Hey everybody, it's Chef Quan on the 806er.
Hey man, say man, what's the play, man? Season 3. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Here with a special guest, you know what I'm saying? I actually got to eat a cupcake that he made for me, you know what I'm saying? And not just made for me, but like, you know what I'm saying, that he brought in and it tastes so motherfucking good, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say that myself, motherfucking self. But for those that don't know, who do we have here today?
Hey everybody, I'm Chef Quan here on the 806er. Hey,
You know what I'm saying? So where you from, brother? Tell me a little about yourself.
originally I'm from Los Angeles, California. I've been around though. I've been around Houston and Dallas and brought the business here to Lubbock now. Hey everybody.
So where did it all begin? Like, what made you kind of get into the culinary and I guess even your specialty of baking?
Man, as a kid, I grew up in the kitchen with my stepmom and dad cooking cakes. I started with the Betty Crocker, you know what I mean? That's who taught me
Yeah.
how to whip it in a way. So I moved on as I got a little older. I'm going to school, and we done had bake sales at school, and I was like in the lab, I'm like, this is where I need to be for real. It all came in piece together. So been doing this for about 5 years now.
All right, so stereotypically, all right, growing up, stereotypically, cooking wasn't, I guess, looked at it like a man thing, right? But as I've grown older and in dating, I feel like the girls only want a man that can cook, or they're expecting to be cooked for. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like the dynamics have kind of changed as you kind of seen, or have you not even been affected because shit, you always been cooking? You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, for me growing up, it was like, man, I had my pops and stepmom, but pops was like, you don't never know if you ain't always gonna have a woman there, or whatever the case may be, somebody to cook. And then, like, we don't want to have these gender roles where it's just, mama the only one that's gonna cook. Dang, you gotta have skills, know how to cook. So, I mean, I had to learn how to cook. And I mean, I'm glad that I did, because I mean, I ended up, this is what I do for a living. Like, they say if you don't feel like you're working, like you find a job doing something you love, you're not really working a day in your life. So that's where I'm at with it.
So what is a day in the life like for Chef Quan?
Oh, I work from the time I open my eyes till I go to sleep. I'm really out here running a business.
For real? Tell me about it a little bit.
Okay, so I usually start my day at about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, real early, bright and early. Before the birds start chirping.
Yeah.
Before the birds and got up, I'm up, and I'm up in there starting my prep, making cookies. Then I guess get my cakes going, decorating. When they cool off, I'm decorating and packaging, running back and forth to the stores and stocking. That's the life of a business owner.
So sometimes I feel like in certain fields they don't look at it. They don't look at the business owner side of it. Like for instance, I feel like people look at me like a blogger or a promoter. They don't remember that I'm still a business owner. You know what I'm saying? So speak to the plight of actually being a business owner that's a baker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like within, I guess, your actual struggles and things that you're going to within, I guess, your field.
Well, I know what it's like to go up into like brick and mortar. As far as I went into the deli in Orange right before COVID, and like a lot of us is forgetting. People be forgetting, man, that COVID just left. Like a lot of businesses were affected. So trying to learn how to continue. It's been rough. I mean, everybody has definitely had to learn how to adapt, and I've definitely had to do that. So, I mean, even going back to working from home and limiting some of the products. I mean, not getting too fancy. A lot of the thing, like running a business, like want to make the best products. The best products is expensive. Everything expensive in the store, so we adapting to those kind of changes and stuff.
So I'm glad you brought up COVID. You know what I'm saying? I heard a little story about some things that went on during COVID. If you want to speak about that, in terms of I guess the dispersion of the monies and things like that, people getting money. I know I wanted the motherfucking PPP loan. I didn't get one.
My heart is broke to the second.
I know that if they open this next round of PPP, I know for you feel me? I know for a fact I'm gonna get one in some type of way or form. You know what I'm saying? But I did hear that you had 6 employees, was
At
it?
the time of COVID and all of that,
Yeah.
I had like 6 people working. We whole different breed. Talk about another breed of a company, man.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been surrounded by 6 people at the gas pump or at Walmart while you up doing your shopping? Like coming up, somebody holding cookies, somebody holding cakes, somebody come to you with muffins. Like whole nother breed. Like Houston got to see that. Dallas has gotten to see that. I mean, I've shown it to Los Angeles. I've shown it to Riverside. I'm out here to show it to Lubbock.
So what made you favor, I guess, the guerrilla street tactic over brick and mortar? You know what I'm saying? Because you said you had 6 people that would pop up like, why you pumping gas?
Yeah.
See, that's 6 people approach you. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna
with
remember
cookies.
me.
Yeah.
You gonna remember me a year from now. You gonna remember me. It's people that told me, hey, I remember you from 2 years ago outside of Walmart in Houston. Like, I remember you. Where you at these days? Like, I know that cake that you tried today. What you thought of that cake? Come on.
No, it went hard. It went hard. I want to try it when it's maybe a little cooler. You know what I'm saying? Because all the icing came off, and I'll be like, no, it was a good tasting cake. It tasted good. No.
For sure. I mean, I like bringing them around. You know, I get around. More people are starting to see my face here in Lubbock, so you know that's a good thing.
So Lubbock's known for its authentic Mexican food, but is Lubbock kind of known for its culinary in general?
So there are quite a few dining restaurants here that I mean, okay, we got a few chefs here, like Chef Tony over there, the Clara Boy. It's got some pretty good food out here in Lubbock. I mean, pretty diverse. I'll give it that. You can go get Mexican food. I know a place you could go get Hawaiian food and Greek food. I mean, it looks like it's the place to be if you want to get some different styles of food. I mean, it's like Houston in itself, you know.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so, Houston? Because one of the things, speaking as a Lubbockite now, that's weird for me to say that, we feel like there's not a lot of choices.
Like the food truck situation, don't they have something like a bunch of food trucks?
Yeah.
up in the park?
So the food trucks do meet at certain times. They do meet like once a week or even once a month, whatever. Food trucks are really, really big here. You know what I'm saying? Bigger than I've seen in other cities. That I guess I've me taking notice. But do you understand why, or could you speak to maybe why food trucks maybe go harder here than brick and mortar?
Well,
Because I actually even see people forego their brick and mortar for a food truck.
right about now, that's a pretty big decision, but a lot of business owners, it's a lot because people feel like they don't want to end up paying all that money for that brick and mortar every month versus owning that food truck. You know, imagine spending, I mean, $1,000, $1,200 a month on that brick and mortar, on that little building or whatever the case, for people to come to, and you never own it. You know, it's a lease versus they spend that same $1,200 on them a trailer or a food truck, and they own it. You know, that's their restaurant. That's how I'd like to do. I like my own food truck before I go back to that brick and mortar situation. We never know what it's going to be like, you know, the next COVID or whatever next thing that comes, every election. Y'all know how it is. People.
So what would you say as a piece of advice for a up and coming culinary artist or up and coming chef? What tip would you give them?
I'd say just start. You know, don't limit yourself to what you don't have. Cause I mean, hey, I didn't been without. So it's like, hey, even if I didn't have all the things that I needed tools wise or whatever, like I'm reaching out to people or else like I work with what I got. I mean that, like, just sometimes it's just working with what you got.
So you are a real chef, you have a background. But what would you say to the people on Facebook that I see every now and then high-siding on people selling plates?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that they shouldn't or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because everybody you gotta start somewhere. You just gotta start. That's the whole thing. You know, like not everybody clean. We're not gonna act like is everybody clean out here cooking at their house. But you know what I mean? Y'all do the inspection. Look up under the nails and stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. Look up under their nails. Look under Chef Quan nails. If they don't look like Chef Quan nails, don't mess with them. Don't mess with them. For real.
All right, so apart from the cupcakes and I guess the sweets, What is your favorite thing to eat or cook?
Of all the dishes that I like to cook, I like making different types of pasta. Spaghetti al carbonara is my favorite. And then I like making soul food. People, I don't mess around. I don't mess around. I'm like, if you know, you know. Like somebody grandma in the kitchen cooking oxtails and beef tips, dirty rice and macaroni, baked beans and hot water cornbread is my go-to soul food meal.
So you top five soul food in Lubbock right now?
Man, look, man, look. Y'all come try me out one of these weekends. Look, I'm gonna post on Facebook, the Cupcake Empire, where you can keep up with me, or Quan's Bacon Addiction on Instagram. Go look at some of the plates I've featured in the past. Y'all just may like what you see. Get the taste.
All right, so when we tap back in with you in a year from now, where can we see you?
Man, I hope in a year from now, man, I'm hoping y'all could pull up to me at that food truck we was talking about, man. I really hope so.
All right, so for the new fans, the old fans, and the hating motherfuckers, because those are the true fans, let us get the social media one more time, contact information, how they can place an order with you, maybe even a protocol of how to do business with you.
Well, it's pretty simple. You can find me on Facebook, Cupcake Empire. Type me up. And on Instagram, you can type me up as Quan's Bacon Addiction, Quans Baking Addiction. And for phone number, I could be called 806-441-5382. I accept orders on all kind of different desserts, caterings. I offer special cakes for parties, weddings, and baby showers. So get with your boy.